Welcome into the CHGO White Sox Pregame Show, presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Welcome into Studio A of our CHGO offices here in the West Loop of Chicago. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me, as always, is Herb Lawrence.
Hello.
You can follow him on Twitter at Acknerwall23. You can follow the show on Twitter at CHGO_White Sox for in-game live updates. Vinny Duber will be joining us post-game, but first off, shout out to Vinny Duber.
Yes.
He got married this weekend, so congratulations to Vinny.
I'm in Claire, right?
Yes. I don't know. I always feel I don't know. I don't know. Has he ever said his now wife's name on the podcast? I don't know.
I apologize if it's not mine to share.
I never know. I never know. So but shout out to those crazy kids, celebrating love and whatnot.
Getting married and such.
Real excited for them and excited to talk to Vinny later today. But we're going to be previewing the second game of 3 between the White Sox and Minnesota Twins. Last night, the White Sox lost 6-3 in 10 innings versus the Minnesota Twins. Herb, I know you got back from San Francisco last night and were able to watch this lovely, lovely game versus Minnesota.
It was just frustrating.
Minnesota!
Thanks, my guy. It was just really frustrating to watch that team. What they did over the weekend, I was like, okay, this is the team that I've more recognized. 13 runs against San Francisco, just putting a hurting on them. And then we come back and we see that. You get a quality effort out of Johnny Cueto. And then, I don't know. I don't know what goes on. I don't know who to blame. Is it Daryl Boston? Is it Joe McEwing?
Yes.
Or is it Yoan Moncada and Adam Engel?
Yes.
Adam Engel just came off the IL. And I think Yoan Moncada is the crux of all of this. He thinks that Byron Buxton is not going to catch the ball. So he's hustling down to second. And I think that made Adam Engel think twice. I'm like, is he going to catch the ball? Or did he not catch the ball? Okay, cool. I'm going to third without tagging up. And that's what causes the triple play. The 8-5 triple play, the only time in the history of Major League Baseball that's ever happened.
Well, and Moncada, going to second makes sense because all you have to do is go back and they're going to try to get the lead runner anyways. You're probably not going to get doubled up if you're going to second and you have enough time to get back to first. It's on Engel in my mind. And then you asked whose fault it is. I mean, it has to then be on Joe McEwing. Joe McEwing needs to be jumping up and down, getting the attention of Adam Engel to get his ass back to second base. All it is pathetic. I mean, it's another pathetic base running error for the White Sox. So shout out to Vinny, who already cranked out an article for this topic. But he sums it up in this. There was the Danny Mendick goof getting thrown out second, which should have been this run-scoring sacrifice fly in Toronto. Reese McGuire should have scored, but Mendick getting out beat McGuire crossing home. Then you have Sebi Zavala having those 2 similar mistakes happening in second base in Anaheim, and then you also have what happens with the 8-5 triple play. They also lead the ML with outs at home base, so it's just really pathetic at this point. You have so many issues in the field where you have guys colliding into each other. That's how you lose Danny Mendick. That's how Josh Harrison and Andrew Vaughn had a couple brush ups. Leury Garcia missed a couple games because him and Jose Abreu collided that one time down the right field line. So I mean, this is just a sloppy team playing sloppy baseball, and it's just pathetic at this point. It's on everybody. It's on the whole team because it's not just Danny Mendick making mistakes. It's not just Sebi making mistakes. It's not just Adam Engel making mistakes. It's not just Yoan Moncada making mistakes. It's everybody. It's everybody making these mistakes, and at this point, it's pathetic to watch. And, I think Wayne mentioned up there, I mentioned to you guys last week, what makes you think they'll beat Minnesota? They're a better team, or they should be talent-wise, but there's Minnesota, a better put-together organization, a smarter organization, and an organization that clearly can coach their players. The White Sox cannot do that.
No, and these are not hey, guys are going to make mistakes, give them a little slack. These are little league fundamental things. Like that right there. At minimum, you should have Adam Engel going halfway. If he thinks he can get tagged, cool. Stay at second base. Tag up. You know who's out there. Byron Buxton. Stop acting like Byron Buxton's not going to catch that ball. That's what you default on. Byron Buxton's going to catch this ball. And with Adam Engel's speed, even if Byron Buxton drops that ball, guess who's scoring? Adam and Engel.
Right.
This is fundamental little league stuff that they're messing up time and time again. And we see no accountability for these things. I don't need these guys to be sat down and benched or have a public display of throwing things and, ruining the clubhouse and the dugout. I just need to know that somebody's saying something to them after the game. Hey, that's not how we get the job done, because it's obviously not being said, because they keep on doing dumb things. The running into each other thing continues to happen. It happens all the time. I don't know who they're doing this for. I don't know if Joe McEwing or Daryl Boston or Miguel Cairo or any of the coaches are saying, hey, you know what? If the outfielder calls you off, peel off. Go the other way. Don't get into his way.
If Luis Roberts says, I got it, run the other way.
Yes.
Run to the foul line. Run the exact opposite from him. Yeah, I would say, if there's any balls where a guy's coming in, let him get that ball. Like, where Harrison's ranging out to second, Leary's ranging out to right field. Let the guy that's coming in get those balls. But also, these are two veteran guys in Leary Garcia and Josh Harrison who are backing up Gavin Sheets and Andrew Vaughn. Is that part of it? Are they just not trusting their teammates? It's just a lot of bad, pathetic baseball that continues to happen for the White Sox in the first 3 months of this year.
And no one's saying it here in the comments, but I'm sure people out there like, why are you blaming Joe? Why are you blaming Daryl Boston? What else do they do?
That's their job.
All they do is they're supposed to be watching the play, advising the runner what he should be doing. Like, Yoel Moncada, at minimum, should be picking up Joe McEwing around second. Same thing with Adam Engel. Let your coaches be your eyes so you can perform at the best time that you can. So you could say, come on, go. And Joe will wave you in. You don't have to have Joe coax you too much to wave him in, because he'll wave you in and get you thrown out. But depend on your coaches. And maybe lost a little faith because you get, 13 guys thrown out of the plate. So maybe you lose a little faith in Joe, but he's still on the team, so you got to listen to him for now.
Well, and right now the White Sox, there's a stat from Baseball Reference, extra base taken percent. So how many extra bases are you taking as a team? The White Sox have the fifth worst percentage. So, they're just not being coached well. And the talent's there. It's not like, like Adam Engel's slow. They're sending fucking Yasmani Grandal home. That's bad coaching. So
and we could see it through pathetic. How little times, I think 3 times this year, they've been thrown out on the bases. So they can run. They have speed. They understand when and when not to steal the bases, but sometimes it just gets confused on, when the ball's in the air, when the ball's in play. They're like, I don't know what to do now. It's confusing to me. Yeah. Let me get thrown out of the bases, please.
Well, and too, with the White Sox, it's really confusing for them what to do against Byron Buxton, because he keeps beating them. Yesterday, it was a 2-1 game before the White Sox were able to tie this one up and send it into extras, where Joe Kelly blew it. But still, you should have been able to win that game in 9 innings. You should have been able to score 3 runs. That's all it took, because Byron Buxton hit a 2-run homer off Johnny Cueto in the 6th inning. Let's look at Byron Buxton's stats versus the White Sox, and it's going to hurt Herb, because in 61 games, 210 at-bats, he has 60 hits, and yes, 35 of those 60 hits are extra base hits. He is hitting 286, 330, slugging 595 for an OPS of 296. Byron is insane. Just incredible what he's been able to do. This Chris Kampka stat kind of sums it up as well for you, because Byron Buxton is the first player ever to homer in 6 straight games against the White Sox. It was a game winner basically last night, or it helped them win the game, and then the last one he hit before that was a Liam Hendricks walk-off. So Byron Buxton has been one of the great Minnesota Twin killers against the White Sox this year.
And this is what
past vintage.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, when I say, if there's a base open and there's 2 outs, to me, it's an automatic walk of Byron Buxton. Well, Herb, what about Carlos Correa behind him? Great. That's a relief. Carlos Correa versus the White Sox probably does much better or just as good as Byron Buxton. But you saw the numbers. Sean just showed you the numbers. This man is a specific White Sox killer. And we just he's going to do it this time? Yeah. He's going to do it this time. I guarantee if there's an opportunity for Byron Buxton to do it tonight versus the White Sox, he'll do it again. So, in that case, if there's a base open, first base is open, you got to go against Carlos Correa. I'm sorry, man. Well, hey. This man keeps on proving to you that he murders not only the White Sox, but major leagues. And somebody's like, oh, walk a 226 hitter? Yes. Yes, that 226 hitter. Walk him, please. He has 22 home runs in the year.
Well,
like all of them versus the White Sox. He only played 4 games versus us.
And it's because whenever he hits the ball, it goes 400 feet. So, like, that 226% is just because he does so much damage. He doesn't get on base. So, yeah, like, if you're able to execute pitches outside of the zone, then you should pitch to Byron Buxton. But Johnny Cueto is about being in the zone, mixing up those pitches. It was going to happen at some point. You're pitching to a very dangerous hitter. He's going to show you that he's dangerous. And, hey, it's not Johnny Cueto's fault. 6 innings of 2 earned run. Ball. That's exactly what you want from your fifth starter. He did his damn job. Just Byron Buxton also did his job. The White Sox hitters didn't do their job last night. And I do want to show you this just because you're always talking about this with Chris Tannehill, the Twins guys that just destroy against the White Sox. This is since 2000, and guys with 200 at-bats or more against the White Sox in Twins uniform. Corey Koski is the ultimate White Sox killer in 265 at-bats, a 937 OPS. Byron Buxton has the second highest OPS at 926 and 210 at-bats, but your guy Jason Kubel, 284 at-bats and 895 OPS. Brian Dozier did it for a long time, 425 at-bats at 824 OPS. Joe Mauer, future Hall of Famer, 793 at-bats, 822 OPS. So those are all the guys that have 200-plus at-bats versus the White Sox and an OPS over 800, and that list is long.
Yeah, and Tanny used to joke, just as we do with Tim Anderson. He's like, okay, we're the White Sox scouting report versus Jason Kubel, and it's just a blank sheet of paper because they pitched him as such. Like, they had never faced him before. And you see the results. Jason Kubel murdered the White Sox. And you're like, who's Jason Kubel? Exactly. You knew White Sox fans, like, exactly.
Hey, and Jason Kubel was a legend in that Metrodome. They had that big ass wall out there, and he was just raking. And from that left side, he had such one of the prettiest swings out there. So shout out to Jason Kubel, and shout out to Byron Buxton. He's a great player.
Yes.
The Twins have been protecting this guy, and they've been trying to get the most out of him, and he's just been thrilling to watch. So shout out to Byron Buxton. He's a great player. The White Sox should just get him out, and also this lineup outside of them, not too scary. Let's look at the starting Sox, and then we'll look at the Twins lineup, the starting nines for both of these teams. Tim Anderson's your leadoff hitter for your White Sox, playing at shortstop. Andrew Vaughn batting second, playing designated hitter. Batting third, Luis Robert out in center field. Jose Abreu, he's pointing to where he is. He's batting fourth, playing first base. Batting fifth, Gavin Sheets in right field. Batting sixth, Yohan Moncada playing third base. Batting seventh, A.J. Pollock out in left field. Batting eighth, Josh Harrison playing second base. And batting ninth, Reese McGuire doing the catching. How did Gavin Sheets look out there?
In right field in San Francisco?
Yeah.
He actually looked all right, and that's a cavernous right field. There was a couple balls out there that he didn't catch, but he was tracking them very well. I was out in the 415 section, which is just past, it's like the Levi's Landing site. If you're looking like to your left a little bit, it's 415 feet away from home plate, and somebody hit a ball way out there. Not when I was out there, but it was a home run for the Giants. But he played
Lamont Wade, right?
Yeah, Lamont Wade on his bobblehead day on the first pitch he saw.
Cease.
Yeah, so
and I had a no-run first inning in that one.
Course.
So of course, the home run that's going to be a home run in every single major league ballpark happens to me.
He murdered that ball.
He killed it.
Absolutely destroyed it. Yeah, that's a show place for baseball. If you haven't been, if you've been before, you already know it's great. Oracle Park is my number one ballpark. I tried so hard to hold on to PNC. But, yeah, that is a great, great ballpark and great experience out there in San Francisco.
I'm excited to go there once. I haven't been out there, but I was happy to see Chris Tannehill out there. I was happy to see you. Janice made it out there as well of the Sky Show. So that was it was cool to see the Sox representation out at Oracle. But number one ballpark, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's undefeated. Drinks are a little expensive, but they're well worth it.
It's those National League parks, PNC and Oracle for you.
Petco, too, is my third one. My top AL ballpark is Orioles ballpark right now. It's Camden Yards.
Is that top 5?
That's fourth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I've always wanted to go to Camden, and it seems people rave about that one. People rave about PNC, Oracle, and Camden for sure. Yeah. I haven't heard too many people go to San Diego, but I know you lived out there for a bit, so you were you frequented that.
And people kept on, like when I put my 18 out, where's this ballpark? It's like I didn't list it, guys. I haven't been there yet. Where's Fenway? I'm like, I'm not too happy to go to Boston right now or ever. Eventually I'll get it.
You ever go to Target Field?
I did.
It was all right?
Oh, I got a lot of crap for that one. I don't like it. It's just average.
Well, let's look at their average team. Let's look at the Twins' average lineup. It looks fine. It looks like a ballpark. I mean, I feel like they might have the issues that the White Sox have now, in that it's kind of just a generic park.
It is, and they didn't fix the ballpark to the players they had at the time. 2 left-handed power hitters, right, and Justin Morneau and Joe Mauer. They made the ballpark cavernous as hell. It's just regular. And like, they should at least made like right field closer as Yankee Stadium is, and that fits their lineup. They can hit a bunch of home runs. It's just not great.
Hey, the right field is pretty short. I mean, Danny Mendick was hitting lasers out there. I think Nick Madrigal hit his first career home run out in that left center. So Byron Buxton's been able to take advantage of that throughout his career. Luis Arraez is their leadoff hitter. He's playing first base. Batting second, that damn Byron Buxton. He's their designated hitter tonight. Batting third, Carlos Correa. He is their shortstop. Batting fourth, Max Kepler out in right field. Batting fifth, Jorge Polanco at second base. Batting sixth, Alex Kirilloff in left field. Batting seventh, Jose Miranda playing third base. Batting eighth, Gary Sanchez, he's the catcher. And batting ninth, Gilberto Celestino playing center field. I apologize if I screwed up that first name. But that's the starting lineup for the Twins, and it's really, avoid Arraez, avoid Buxton, avoid Correa, and you can win. As long as you beat those 3 guys, you should win.
That's exactly what I saw. Kirilloff, I'm good. Kepler's not the guy he used to be. Fine. That lineup is good, not great. I was talking to people in Champaign today on the radio, and I was like, the White Sox are the far superior team in this division. Yes, the Twins have top-level talent, but they're top-heavy. Those 3 guys at the top, where Arraez leads the league in hitting, Buxton's a champion, and Correa's an MVP candidate almost every year he's out there, then it falls off the table. That's not great. And the pitchers they throw out there, not great either. Right. Somehow, some way, the White Sox didn't hit average-ass Dylan Bundy, but tonight they got another challenge with a mediocre guy who's pitching well this year in his 8 starts. So hopefully we can beat Winder.
And here's the thing, like, Chris Archer was supposed to be the starter. The White Sox had a pretty good outing when they last faced off against Chris Archer. Hate to bring it up again, but I'm pretty sure that was the game that ended with Byron Buxton hitting a walk-off homer. So they didn't do enough damage, but I think they got him out by the 4th inning. So I was pretty excited to see the White Sox take on Chris Archer because he has a pretty below average MLB fastball, and the White Sox can see when sliders are coming, so they were able to lay off a decent amount. But here's the issue with Josh Winder, and let's look at the pitching matchups today, because Josh Winder will be the starter for the Minnesota Twins. 35 innings this year for Winder, 35 1/3 innings this year for Winder, 3.06 ERA, 31 hits allowed, 24 Ks, and 10 walks, an ERA plus of 1.24. We'll get to Michael Kopech after, but Winder is definitely somebody that's interesting because his fastball is a little bit above average. It's 94 miles per hour, and that slider is his best pitch. When you look at pitch values, it's a -5 pitch run value. So, I mean, it's his best pitch right now, and you look at his StatCast and where he's able to locate low and away. So, Herb, please talk me out of why the White Sox or how the White Sox could win this game, because I see a righty with a good slider as his best pitch, and you look at the K to walk ratio there, 24-10, pretty favorable. So I don't think the White Sox will be able to do anything off this guy who is just a fill-in at this point.
And the whiteboard, it's the -5 on the slider value. That's good.
Yes.
If, like the -5 runs, so he doesn't give up any. Like 0 would be average.
So, 0 is average. Like his changeup is at 0. The batting average off that, 286, slugging 381. So it's kind of an average pitch. It doesn't do great damage, but also, guys aren't hitting, slugging plus 400 off of it, right? It's limiting damage to a certain extent. The slider, though, guys are hitting 176 off it and slugging 314. So he's been really good at limiting extra base hits off that slider. But his four-seamer, you can take advantage of it. 348 batting average, a 609 slugging. But the White Sox, if he can locate, and if he can locate up and in and then go low and away with the slider, I have no faith in this team.
Yeah, I saw better at bats this weekend, over the weekend, with Webb on the bump, with Cobb on the bump. Better at bats by the White Sox hitters. Maybe not produced the 13 runs they got on Sunday because that was a mostly bullpen game because DeSclafani couldn't pitch. But I've been seeing better at bats gradually from the White Sox. So, will they open it up on Winder? I don't believe so. But I don't think they need a lot of runs. Michael Kopech should, for the most part, give up 3 or less runs tonight and pitch 6 innings. Give me 4. Mm-hmm. I think the White Sox can do it. I think the White Sox can get to this guy they've never seen before that has a filthy slider. All the ingredients are there for a White Sox shutout to get shut out. But I believe this team is better than they've shown, especially versus right-handers, especially at home, because they've been struggling at home.
And I don't even know if this guy's filthy. I mean, even you say filthy slider, his comparison's like Davis Martin. And, like, this is what we've talked about with Davis Martin. Davis Martin can be good against bad hitting teams because he can control the zone. And I bring up, your point is fair. I mean, the White Sox swept the Giants, but my whole thing is the season starts on July 4th. And when you see this team going up against Dylan Bundy, another average pitcher, and they're not able to muster more than one run, it's just disheartening. It's pathetic, honestly, because this is the time where you need to start grasping this division. You have these games against the Minnesota Twins, the team you're looking up at, and you're 0-4 against them. What are you waiting for? Like, what light are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the check engine to pop on? And now you're going to actually take in and diagnose all the base running examples and hitting examples and poor defense? Like, what are we waiting for? It's July 5th. Come on. I mean, you see Winder out on the bump. You see all the success that people are having against this fastball. The White Sox should take advantage of this guy. It's 98 fucking degrees out. You should be able to be parking home runs over every single, field and every single part of the ballpark. I just have no faith that the White Sox will do it. And it's just probably going to be another Brady Singer game. This guy's going to go 6 innings. He's going to strike out 8. He's not going to walk a damn soul. And the White Sox maybe will allow, get like 3 hits. KPW's in here. He's talking about the Rogers Center.
Tell us what a guy Josh Winder's going to do today. And Baloney, I hear you, but they've played so crappy, especially hitting. I got to grasp at any little thing I'm seeing, that I'm seeing better at bats, gradually better than they were back in the day where they sucked. I don't know why they don't hit well at home. I don't know. Only Jake Berger hits well at home, and he doesn't play that much. It's Lurie Legend time, and today it's Josh Harrison time. So yes, I am very, very disappointed with what the White Sox have done, but I believe in them wholeheartedly that they're going to get this done. I'm just waiting for that to happen. I thought maybe the San Francisco series is going to be a jumping off point. Like I thought maybe the New York Yankees series in New York was going to be a jumping off point. Somehow they fly back to Chicago and like, what the fuck is going on? This is baseball? We got to play baseball today? I'm good.
Yeah, and I hear your point. Like the at-bats looked a little bit better, but I mean, even Alex Cobb dominated them on Friday in his start. So I don't know.
I mean, Soothsayer KPW says 5 2/3, 2 runs, a walk, 6 hits, 5 Ks from Mr. Winder.
I could see it. He did come in and threw 3 innings, or 4 innings right there from Jesus Shuttleworth. He came in and threw 4 innings back in April 24th. 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. But here's the thing, too. He's been able to load the zone up more, since he's been coming back off an injury. He had an injury in May, missed about a couple months. But when he was first in the team in April, his strikes looking were pretty low. His strike looking percent was pretty low. But recently, 17 strike looking, 13 strikes looking, 10 strikes looking, 13 strikes looking, 18 strikes looking. If he gets 0-1 on these White Sox, they're screwed. And he's been able to show since May that he's been able to do that. So I'm betting against the White Sox today. I think they're losing today, Herb. I honestly think they're probably going to lose 6-2. I think that's what I'm feeling today, and that's nothing on Michael Kopech, but I just have no faith in this offense to give them any run support, and you'll probably see, Jimmy Lambert come in, maybe he'll give up a couple runs. Jose Ruiz come in, give up a couple runs. I'm just not feeling a White Sox win tonight.
I'm just going to go with my gut. I say 4-2.
Oh, Lambert's down. My bad. Oh, my bad. They'll throw out Matt Foster or Jose Ruiz. Some of their they're losing bullpen guys. Wow. But yes, they called down Adam Wainwright.
Yeah, it is. They're losing bullpen guys. Like, I was surprised, and I don't know who made the call, but 2-2 game in the 8th inning last night, you get Liam Hendricks. I was like, what? Mm-hmm. Good managing? What's going on? Somebody tweeted out, I was like, who's this, and where the hell they put Tony La Russa? Because that is what a real manager does. High leverage situation, tie game in the 8th inning, put your closer in. Put your best reliever in. And you saw what Liam Hendricks did. Kendall Graveman a little more shaky, but he got the job done. And then Joe Kelly continues his struggles with the White Sox. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I like the man. He gave me a peace sign. Gave Courtney a peace sign the other day at Oracle Park. We're right by the bullpens, but it's just not happening as yet. And you see that thing in his contract?
Yeah.
Where he couldn't pitch back-to-back days until after July 1st. Smart by him. He knows his body, and he knows how to get through the season. And I think, maybe White Sox fans didn't want to know that, but I think they were going to use that against him. It's like, oh, now you can pitch back-to-back games, Joe Kelly. Why aren't you pitching good? You're fresh. The White Sox didn't use you before July 1st, so you should be fresh and good to go. But I'm very disappointed in how he's brought his game to Chicago as far, because he's not the guy that was promised. His pitches are just off. They're all mostly low and off the plate. It's like, get him up. They're not going to hit him if they're over the plate.
Right, and what have we seen just constantly, too? If it's not bad base running, if it's not bad hitting, it's walking the first guy of an inning and just giving them life and breathing life into the other team at some point. And I know, what's worse than a 0-out walk compared to a 1-out walk or a 2-out walk? The White Sox just walk people consistently. Their relievers walk guys a ton, and it's just really frustrating to watch this. And it's not what you need. You need guys who are going to attack players, and it really only feels like the guy that does that is Liam Hendricks and Johnny Cueto. Like, those are the two guys that consistently, maybe Lance Lynn, but we've only seen 3 starts from him so far. Those are the guys that consistently attack, other hitters. All right, let's go to Michael Kopech's stats, by the way, before we go into those click that picks and look at Kopech's stats. 68 innings so far for Kopech. He's closing in and will surpass last year's inning total in this game. I think he's got to go an inning and a third to pass that.
Hey, man.
278 ERA.
Right,
yeah, knock on wood. I just realized the Texas start happened, but, if all things go well, he'll surpass last year's innings mark. 278 ERA, 39 hits allowed, 63 Ks, 31 walks, and an ERA plus of 140. Hey, when this guy's been on the bump, you should expect a win, but again, I'm just so down and bitter about yesterday that you get it from Johnny Cueto. What's going to change with Michael Kopech in these bats? I'm not sure, but, it's been fun watching him.
Last time he went out, battled. I mean, sometimes you run up against a better pitcher / better hitter in Ohtani. And I expect, as we said, top 3 is tough. Get through those top 3 in the first inning, which is his bugaboo. He's had a lot of starts where the first inning he throws a lot of pitches, sometimes gives up a bunch of runs. He gets through that first inning, not cruising, but I think he'll feel good about himself. Okay, I've gotten rid of that bugaboo I had in the Angels game. I had that in the Mariners game. I had it a couple times. Now I'm settling into this game. I'm cool, I'm smooth, and I can get through the rest of this Minnesota Twins lineup until I see in the 3rd, 4th inning, I see Arise, Buxton, and Correa again, and then go to work again. So I don't see too much troubles with this Minnesota Twins team if you can get through that first inning. The first inning is the key for Michael Kopech.
Absolutely. My only worry with him is fastball velocity. I'll be watching that today. If we keep seeing 95 and 96 pop up, my concerns will be less. But if we see more 91s and 92s, I really will wonder and be concerned about, where is his arm at? Is he experiencing some dead arm, especially reaching that level of innings again in such a quick pace compared to last year? And then also, what's this knee injury like? I know he's been pitching with the cyst in his knee that popped in that Texas game, but he definitely hasn't looked like the same pitcher he was before that injury, and I'm just concerned at how that has been affecting him. It's start to start. All right, Herb, let's go into our click to pick.
I'm going to go with Andrew Vaughn. I was out there in SoCal, or NorCal, which he's from, and I was like, you know what? Andrew Vaughn, he's a crowd favorite. They didn't pop as much as I wanted him to. Like, a guy who went to Cal Berkeley and was up there from Santa Rosa, not a huge pop. But when we come back home facing a mediocre to good Josh Winder, I think Andrew Vaughn will get to him.
I'm going to go with Jose Abreu.
Good pick.
He clicked last night. He was the only one to drive in a run for the first 7 innings for the White Sox, so I'll go with him.
And as I said, Andrew Vaughn's the White Sox best hitter, and you said Tim Anderson's the best hitter.
Jose Abreu.
Jose Abreu's been like, pause.
Yeah, hey.
The disrespect. 79, guys. I am the MVP.
He said pause.
He said pause.
He said,
what the hell are you guys doing? I'm the best hitter on the White Sox.
He said check the trophy cases,
Yeah, look at the skins on the wall.
Yeah, look at the chains. Look at the home run total.
Sorry I don't have a Golden Spikes award, but I got this MVP award.
I'm the first one to reach double-digit home runs. July 4th. It took them for one player.
And the bare minimum the bare minimum of double-figure home runs is 10 right there. Our guy, Pito.
Brutal. Anyways, did you give a final score?
Yeah, I'm going 4-2 White Sox.
Oh, 4-2 White Sox. 6-2 Twins. Let's go.
What a
I hope I'm wrong. I hope we see a White Sox winner. I hope we see domination from Michael Kopech and we see a light show put on and fireworks happen and all this nice stuff before the game possibly gets rained out. I was watching some radar stuff. Looks like around 8:45 you'll start getting some rain. We'll see if it gets delayed. We'll see if it gets postponed. Knock on wood that they can play a quick, tight game and be done by it with 9:30. And we'll have a post-game show to take you through all that lovely, lovely rain. But for Herb Lawrence, you can follow him on Twitter at Acknerwall23. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. And hey, maybe Eloy will be back tomorrow. I see from Jesus Shuttlesworth. I know he's in the locker room, but I think you'll probably wait just until Thursday. I think they'll just wait until that Tiger series to do that. But it's a good sign to see him up, and Eloy is coming, and Eloy will be back soon. We'll talk about all that with Vinny on the CHGO postgame show with our guy Vinny Duber, who's out at Guaranteed Rate Field. But thank you guys for hanging out with us in the live chat, and we'll talk to you after the final out is made, or if the game just gets postponed. I hate to put it out there, but it is possible. We will have a post game for you no matter what here on the CHGO White Sox podcast. For Herb Lawrence, I'm Sean Anderson. Shout out to Stephen Nicholas for his production. Go White Sox.